Changing Washington. We've had a big impact. We need Matt Rosendale in the Senate to continue our fight to drain the swamp. We're going to get it done.
Now, Pruitt's swamp habits may have been particularly brazen and tone-deaf, but he's not alone. Trump's Commerce Secretary recently exposed for pocketing as much as $6 million with improper divestment delays. His Interior Secretary under pressure for dealings with the oil giant Halliburton. Trump's Treasury Secretary exposed for questionable taxpayer-funded travel, an issue that cost Trump's Health Secretary his job already. And then, of course, there's Trump's housing chief, former presidential candidate Ben Carson. He's actually probably the closest to Pruitt in allegations of petty fleecing, like spending $31,000 to redecorate his own office. You take it all together, this is a portrait of greed and self-dealing, and it's worth remembering exactly who it is that's acting this way. The Trump cabinet is the wealthiest in American history. Millionaires and billionaires who argued they would better prioritize the public interest because they're already rich, and they'd have less temptation to fleece the government. That's an argument, but it hasn't worked out that way. In fact, we are witnessing the exact opposite. A cabinet of entitled one-percenters who appear so out of touch, sometimes they don't even realize they're risking their jobs when they do these things. Now, this kind of greed is often likened to pigging out, which is, of course, why greedy spending on behalf of your own district or your own interests is called pork barrel spending. Scott Pruitt and Tom Price, though, they went beyond even the usual Washington pigging out. In terms of their careers, they stuffed themselves to death, like suicidal geese trying to foie gras themselves. And even if Donald Trump won't concede Pruitt's errors in his speech tonight, he did surrender through his actions. Trump is so obsessed with spin that even if he takes a corrective action for whatever reason, like ousting Pruitt, he then refuses to preach what he practiced.